wildlife. They're as much a part of America's heritage as her majestic mountains, cathedral-like forests, crystalline rivers, and rolling seas of prairie grass. And for more than 100 years, America has celebrated and protected that wildlife heritage in a system unequaled in all the world: the National Wildlife Refuge System. That system, managed by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, contains more than 540 refuges, spanning some 95 million acres. What makes these places unique is that they are the only public lands in America set aside specifically for the conservation of animals, birds, fish, and other wild creatures. And as a result, America's refuges provide some of the best wildlife-oriented recreation anywhere in the country. Whether it's fishing, hunting, hiking, or simply observing creatures in their natural homes, there's something for everyone at America's National Wildlife Refuges. The National Wildlife Refuge System came into being at the dawn of the 20th century, as Americans sought to safeguard the nation's wildlife bounty. In that era, commercial hunters were pursuing big game into oblivion for antlers and hides, and taking birds in vast numbers for their meat and feathers. Conservationists took a stand at Florida's Pelican Island, a critical breeding ground for brown pelicans, white egrets, and other birds. In 1903, President Theodore Roosevelt established this tiny 5.5-acre island as America's first national wildlife refuge. And soon, other refuges followed. The Wichita Mountains Refuge was created in Oklahoma in 1905 to provide a haven for the American bison. Although these great shaggy beasts had once numbered in the millions, by the early 20th century, so few bison remained that the government had to ship 15 survivors from a New York zoo to form the starter herd for the new refuge. Other sanctuaries were decreed for pronghorn antelope and bighorn sheep. And after 10,000 elk starved to death on shrinking wintering grounds in Wyoming, the government established the National Elk Refuge in 1912 and launched a winter feeding program.